Hi Holly, my name is Emily and I want to thank you for helping me to improve my companion app for the town of Ellington. I will be guiding you through this session, and before we start, I want to tell you how this process works and why I'm doing it. I've asked you to come in today to test out a website I'm currently designing to make sure that it functions correctly. This will take about 45 minutes, but if you need a break at any time, please let me know. Please be aware that we are testing the site, not you, and that there are no wrong answers. Try to be as natural and honest as possible and act like you would a normal website. After this session, I have some snacks for you if you want them as a thank you. We're going to go through this app together. I'm going to ask you to complete specific tasks and observe how you would expect to complete each task. As much as possible, please say your thought process out loud so that I can understand it better. I'm also going to ask you questions such as what would you expect pressing this button to do? I won't guide you through the app so that I can understand how you would naturally navigate it. If you ever feel confused or are not sure what to do next, please let me know. Again, I'm testing the app and not you. If you have any questions at any point, please let me know and I will try to answer them. With your permission, I would like to record our conversation so that I can listen to it later and use the information to improve the app. Before we start, please sign this permission form saying that I can record you completing this session. On this form, it states that this recording will only be available to me and those involved with the project. I'm going to ask you a few questions about yourself before we begin. Do you have any questions or concerns before we start?
No.
Okay. So, the first question is, what is your name?
Holly Van Wyck.
What town do you currently live in?
Manchester.
Are you involved with the town at all, including the town you live in now and the town you grew up in? For example, do you go to any events? Do you use any of the services? Did you attend school? Were you part of any Parks and Rec services, any organizations?
I just moved here, but I grew up in Ellington, and I was involved in events and school organizations through the high school.
Mm-hmm. What phone do you have right now?
An iPhone.
Which one do you have?
The iPhone 6.
Okay. How often do you use it?
All the time.
Where do you most frequently use it?
On the couch.
What are your favorite apps that you are on the most?
Probably Pinterest. And that's about it.
Mm-hmm. When you're on your phone, do you tend to use apps or do you search for websites more using the web browser?
Apps and then online shopping on the web browser.
Okay. If you were to use a town app, what's the number one thing you would use it for?
Probably finding events in the town.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you the specific task that I'm going to ask you to complete. So the first one is you're going to look for an appropriate town event for a family and you're going to add it to your calendar.
Okay, so I'm going to click the menu button and probably about, and then there's events. So I'm guessing I add that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I add it to my calendar that way. And then do I click one of these to make sure it adds an alert to my phone?
So the way it's designed right now is the last page. It adds to the app calendar, and then this adds to your phone calendar, like adding an alert on your phone.
Gotcha.
So do you think that's confusing? Just a little bit?
Just a little bit, but not bad.
Okay. So that was the first task. Do you want to go home?
Yes.
Okay. So the next task is you're a senior citizen and you're going to request transportation for December 14th at 2 p.m.
Okay. I don't know if it would be in services or community. So I'm guessing community. Transportation. And then this is like a form, so I would just fill that out here and click submit.
Mm-hmm. you want to press submit?
So that's cool.
That would be you submitting it, and this is a page where you'd be able to see the requests that you've submitted and check the status of them.
That's cool.
Okay, so do you want to go home again? Okay, and what do you think this X button would do?
That would close out.
Okay, do you want to press it? So really quick, I'm just going to have you press the calendar button on the bottom. Now, what do you think pressing on the E on the top left would do?
That would bring you back to the home page.
Okay. Do you want to press it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so now the third task that I'm going to ask you to do. So you're going to pretend you're a young adult who just moved back to town or just moved to town, and you're looking for a job in the administration department.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the menu and then community, I'm guessing. No.
Oops, sorry. I'll just go home.
So I'm going to go to the menu and then I'm going to click About. Departments, administration. Oh, okay. So then I can apply to the job through here.
Do you want to press apply? And that would submit the application.
Very cool.
Okay, do you want to go back home? Okay, so the last task that I'm going to ask you to complete is, so you're interested in becoming more involved with the town, and so find a youth organization that interests you and send an email to one of the leaders.
So I'm going to go to probably community and look at organizations and probably youth organizations, and I would do music. And then I could email one of the leaders here, and that's pretty self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm. So it seemed like you found that one the easiest out of all of them.
Definitely.
Okay. Do you want to go back home? Okay, so that was the last task that I had for you. So I just want to know where your overall thoughts are on the app design.
I think it would be really cool to have a user setting, so like I could log in as me and everything would be saved, and it would be easier to find everything since it would be customized to me. The only task I didn't see myself using was the transportation one, just because I have my own car, so I could have but I understand how that would be helpful for senior citizens, but overall the functionality is definitely easy. I know the hamburger menu, I know where the calendar is, the home button, and the E goes back to the home page, and that part works really easy for me.
Okay. Well, thank you for helping me out today. And that's it.
It's really cool. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.